everyone from a very sunny and beautiful Edinburgh. I'm coming on again live. I tried to do a live this morning, but it kept cutting out. There was just a really bad signal on. And listening back, I felt like a lot of the things I was trying to say were missed. So I'm trying again. The joys of technology. Happy Wednesday, how are you? It is a beautiful day here in Edinburgh, although the sun and the blue sky is quite deceptive because it feels more like autumnal temperatures than summer. But I'm of course enjoying that because I love the cold. So I'm coming on with my Wednesday thought of the day. I've had my nieces staying with me for the last week, and they are over 20 years younger than me. And it's a rare occurrence that they're staying with me, but a beautiful occurrence. And it's been lovely, but it really got me reflecting and thinking. And it's kind of why I want to do this live and make it quite authentic and raw and genuine and see what comes up. I was lying in bed last night and really just reflecting on the differences between generations. You know, I'm 46, they are 21 and 19. There's a huge difference in the way we see the world, the things we value, the things that are important to us, our perspectives. And there's so many reasons for that. I mean, if I think about how I grew up and how they grew up, the differences in technology, the differences in culture, in just generally the world we're living, war, COVID, everything in between, it's just such a huge gap. And I have been pleasantly challenged. It's really made me reflect on how I see the world and how I see things on different perspectives. We've had a lot of really interesting discussions, and I've been really encouraged to communicate in a compassionate and non-harmful way, a non-reactive way, which I find quite difficult because I'm quite a fiery person. I know I can always come across as very calm and settled, but I'm actually very fiery. And when I was younger, I would be very reactive in quite a harmful way, working through a lot of different things, hormones, trauma, my own navigation of myself, not being as self-aware as I am now of my nervous system and everything else. And it's something I'm still actively working on, and I've definitely been challenged to work on that and really actively live that whilst they're here. And I hope I've been successful in that. You know, even in moments where I've kind of said, I've maybe made a point and had to say, I really don't mean any judgment by that, because I realize it can maybe sound like it's coming across in a judgment way, because I'm 46 and they are younger. But it's not meant in that way. It's just meant in a more open way. An open way. I kept trying, and I'm keeping trying to just have discussions, exploration of topics, different viewpoints. I'm really trying to listen to their views and their thoughts and take those on and share my views and my thoughts. And I guess a big thing that I have realized and reflected on, and this is kind of my thought for today, is that it's really important, one, that we listen to each other, like really listen, and take other people's views and thoughts and beliefs on board. Now, if they don't align with ours, then that's okay. Now, of course, we should always stand up for injustices and, you know, don't get me wrong, and things that are discriminatory, but that hasn't been the case with my nieces. But if we have different viewpoints, sometimes it's about listening and taking that on board. It doesn't mean that we have to agree. It means that we can agree to disagree. It means that we can just listen to each other and everyone has a view and we just kind of land there. But no one has to be right. And I think that's the biggest thing I've taken away. We often, I don't know about you, but I feel we often feel like we have to bring our point. We have to share our point, we have to be right, and it's often about feeding the ego and about maybe us feeling vulnerable if we're not right, or feeling offended when actually it's just someone else's point of view. And it's been a real opportunity for me to reflect on that, because I currently, at this point in my life and where I'm living and where I'm at, I'm very fortunate that I am surrounded by friends and people in my life whose values align with mine, who are very much on a similar path, who are working on themselves. And again, you know, my kind of generation, I do have friends that are in their late 20s, but that's still quite an age gap to 19 and 21. And again, that's no offense to anyone who's younger. It's just different. It's just different. I'd like to think they would say the same about me. And so I've been surrounded by that for a long time, which feels very nurturing and very safe and very non-judgmental and open. Even in my workplace, I'm surrounded by colleagues that I can have really interesting, open discussions with, even more heated discussions, but it never feels that we're not on the same page or we're not in agreement at some point. So yeah, this has been a challenge for me because it is, we have different viewpoints, and I've not been around people of that generation. And so yes, I feel like my first live was so much clearer, but sometimes it's actually better when you do it a second time and it comes out, I guess it comes out, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. So my Wednesday thought of the day is, if you're having discussions with others, particularly if they're a different generation or a different viewpoint or anything else like that, how about just listening, each sharing your views in a respectful way, in a non-harmful way, in a compassionate way, taking each other's views on board, and if you don't agree, just accepting them, agreeing to disagree, being grateful for that conversation, being grateful for the gift of that gentle conflict, that opportunity to learn how others see the world, how they understand the world, their thoughts, their beliefs, their emotions, rather than always feeling that we are right or that we have to show others how to live their lives. This has been a really strong reminder of that, and I'm very grateful for it. So, let's all learn from each other a little bit more. This life is a gift. This life is such a gift. And the more we connect with others, the more we listen to others, the more we reflect then on ourselves, or maybe they reflect, or we just learn something new. The more we grow and the more we can be open to this world that has so much to offer, to the people in this world that have so much to offer. So there we go. That is my Wednesday thought. Thank you for listening. Those that listened to the first live, thank you for that. I've deleted it now because it had just had so many parts of it that cut out and paused that I didn't feel it was clear. I'm off to work, wishing you a beautiful Wednesday from a very sunny Edinburgh, from me, Corey, from Koa. Take care.